I'm afraid that I have to start talking about some contemporary politics here, and it's not going to be happy. It has to do with Donald Trump. And the thing is that Donald Trump he is applying what some in the Republican Party might charitably refer to as the unified executive theory. In other words, he's being a totalitarian dictator. What happened is that there was this plane full of people that was sent out of the United States, and they were prisoners, and they were sent down to well, you can only call it a concentration camp down in El Salvador. That's this country that's run by this Bitcoin dictator, Nayib Bukele. And they call this El Salvador. And I think that gives you a clue of where we're going, because why would you have a concentration camp in a country that's named the Savior? It's after Jesus, right? Okay. So the thing is that Christian nationalism is embodied in this country, El Salvador. And, well, Christian nationalism is all about divine dictatorship. If you think about it, in Christianity, is there some kind of heavenly Senate, legislature, Congress? Is there, a bunch of judges making sure that God obeys the rules? No, none of that stuff happens in Christianity. In Christianity, you have what is essentially a divine dictatorship. You have the Lord, the King, the big guy in charge of everyone and everything, who knows best, and everyone else's job is just to sit back and listen and talk about how very great that big guy is, and give him praise all day long, and live for nothing else. This is what Donald Trump wants. And people say he's not a Christian, but actually he is. And he grew up in Christianity. He grew up going to church, listening to this preacher, Norman Vincent Peale, who's a Christian. And the thing is that particular Christian ideology was all about being powerful. But that's what the Bible is also about. It's about recognizing the powerful authority of God, and about how the perfect social structure in humanity is having kings. There are no presidents. There are no, councils of equals. This is not a democratic society that the Bible promotes. And so, then we see Donald Trump this week with Nayib Bukele in the White House, and he's saying that, he's not going to obey the Supreme Court. And if the President of the United States does not obey the Supreme Court, folks, we don't have a democracy anymore. We just have a dictatorship. And that's really dangerous. And so we have all of these people being sent down to a prison camp in El Salvador, a concentration camp, because they don't respect human rights there. People are stacked up in these crowded rooms that look astonishingly like what the concentration camps in World War II did. At the beginning, a little bit more clean, and they have better lighting, but come on. Take a look at the photographs, man. And if you get out, there's no due process of law anymore. That's just the way it goes. And that's the kind of judgment that you have with God in the Bible. He just, either puts you in the big divine prison, or he sends you to the good place after you die. And what determines that? It determines, it's all about whether you make him happy. Whether you please him enough, whether you kowtow and bend down and scrape, and it's a terrible system, man. It's a terrible system. And don't tell me it's not Christian. It's exactly what Christianity leads to, man. And when you put that together with nationalism in a government, you get the worst absolute form of totalitarian dictatorship. And that is not what you want in the United States of America. So, folks, it is time to stand up and resist. That's what demons do. Raise your pitchfork in the air, man. Get out there.